Early Sunday morning, President Donald Trump was preparing to announce the deal of the century with Iran. Negotiators in Switzerland were putting the final touches on the Memorandum of Understanding. Qatari and Pakistani mediators were on maximum alert. The world was waiting. Then suddenly, at exactly 7 a.m., Israeli warplanes launched an airstrike on Beirut's southern suburbs. The target was a 5-story residential building. The strike left people dead and wounded. This was not just another military attack. From Trump's perspective, it was a political bomb dropped directly onto the negotiating table. Trump, whose birthday coincided with the event, exploded in anger. During an interview with Fox News, he described Netanyahu using words no American president had ever publicly used against such a close ally. Bibi has no fucking judgment. He added, I told him, I'm not happy. I said, what the hell are you doing? Later, speaking to Israel Channel 12, Trump said, Hezbollah fired missiles that landed in the middle of nowhere. Then they launched this goddamn attack in Beirut. It made me very angry. Today, we tell the story of that turning point, how one Israeli airstrike nearly destroyed months of negotiations, how deep divisions inside Tehran made everything even more complicated, and why Trump rushed to sign the agreement electronically despite all of these obstacles. What exactly happened that Sunday morning? According to Israeli sources, the strike was retaliation for 3 Hezbollah drones launched toward northern Israel the previous day. Those drones caused no casualties and no significant damage. For Trump, the Israeli response was disproportionate and dangerous at the very moment when negotiations with Iran had reached their most critical stage. Any escalation inside Lebanon threatened to destroy everything. Trump wrote on Truth Social, the attack on Beirut this morning should not have happened, especially since we are very close to a peace agreement with Iran. He followed with a direct message to every side in the conflict. We are very close to an agreement that will bring peace to the entire region, including Lebanon. All parties must stop. There should be no more attacks from Israel anywhere in Lebanon, but there should also be no attacks from any other party, including Hezbollah, against Israel. This could be the beginning of a long and beautiful peace. Let's not waste it. What exactly did Trump want? He wanted Netanyahu to understand that this moment was bigger than Israel's conflict with Hezbollah. He wanted him to understand that an agreement with Iran also meant a comprehensive ceasefire inside Lebanon, and he wanted him to understand that it was time to show restraint. But Trump did not stop with public statements. Behind closed doors, his anger was even stronger. During another interview with Fox News, he repeated, Bibi has no fucking judgment. He said, I spoke with Netanyahu. I told him he has no judgment. I told him I'm not happy. In an interview with the New York Times, Trump said he is a very difficult person and he should be very grateful to us, because if Iran had a nuclear weapon, Israel would not exist for 2 hours. Trump also said, I told him, Bibi, if the Iranians hit you, it will be a big mistake. You don't want her to do that. You don't want to do that. You don't want her to do that. These were not ordinary diplomatic criticisms. These were the words of an American president who believed his closest ally was obstructing his diplomatic efforts and placing a historic agreement at risk. Meanwhile, inside Iran, another crisis was unfolding. Reports indicated that the hardline faction viewed the agreement with Washington as treason. They were trying to undermine it. The de-escalation camp, led by President Masoud Pezeshkian and Parliament Speaker Mohammed Bakr Kalibaf, wanted to end the war, lift the naval blockade, and rescue Iran's collapsing economy. The political conflict became so intense that rival factions accused one another of treason. Some hardliners organized street demonstrations. They demanded the dismissal of Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi and Parliament Speaker Kalibaf. The new Supreme Leader, Mojtaba Khamenei, who had not appeared publicly since his appointment, reportedly described the agreement as unacceptable in principle, yet he allowed the president to proceed, provided the Supreme National Security Council approved it. The council voted 12-1 in favor of the agreement. These divisions, though, left Iran's position extremely fragile. One miscalculation, one Israeli strike, one additional American threat could push hardliners to destroy the agreement completely. Amid all this chaos, the Trump administration raced to secure the agreement as quickly as possible. The original plan called for an in-person signing in Europe. Vice President J.D. Vance was expected to attend, but security and logistical issues made that impossible. Trump and Vance cannot travel abroad at the same time for security reasons. Instead, officials proposed an electronic signing through Zoom. Trump announced that it would happen within 2 to 3 hours. Then, the Israeli strike on Beirut brought everything to a halt. Why the urgency? The answer is simple. The 2026 midterm elections are approaching. Trump desperately needs a diplomatic victory to help his party. 58% of voters consider the war with Iran fruitless. Trump's approval rating has fallen to 36%. Every day, the Strait of Hormuz remains closed. Every rise in oil prices means losing Republican votes in November. Analysts warn that Iran understands exactly how to exploit those fears. It could wait until October, just weeks before the election, close the strait once again, and embarrass Trump at the most politically sensitive moment. Let us summarize what we learned today. An Israeli strike in Beirut nearly destroyed the negotiations. Trump was furious and described Netanyahu as having no judgment. Trump publicly warned Netanyahu, "We are facing a permanent peace agreement. Don't ruin it." Deep divisions inside Iran continue. The de-escalation camp accuses hardliners of treason. The hardliners accuse the de-escalation camp of surrender. The Trump administration rushed toward an electronic signing because Trump wanted to declare victory before the elections at any cost. And one question still remains: will this fragile agreement survive? Or will another Israeli strike or another Iranian walkout destroy everything once again? The answer appears to lie inside a new gray zone, not real peace, not all-out war. And the coming days, especially October, may finally provide the answer. Stay tuned. The story is not over yet. Write your opinion in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to receive all our new videos. See you in the next video.